But there's a part in a woman that goes, I just want to be next to my man and see my man win. So this idea that women don't want to see men win because they're at a certain level is bullshit.
Right. An interesting thing has happened, with Kevin Samuels, his movement. I think he's been able to speak to a group of men that were somewhat feeling insecure or not knowing their, trying to figure out their value. You mentioned, we just talked about Aries Spears, and you talked about how his appearance. Do you think there's like this thing of unattractive men having these high standards that needs to be kind of figured out?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But
Where
the
do you
thing,
think that comes from?
here's the thing that Kevin Samuels was communicating, but in a toxic way. The benefit for men is that women, number one, don't mind settling, because a lot of women, their primary goal is to have a partner. Men also want partners, but men know that in the society that we're in right now, especially like in America and especially in like New York, the stats are crazy for men. Like for every one guy, there's like 10 women.
Right.
And I asked the women, what you gonna do? How you gonna fix it? I mean, I guess we just gotta start killing bitches, right? Because we out here settling. So for men to have that advantage, and then sort of what they've done with it is become toxic on top of it, and sort of like a nana nana boo boo. So there's a lot of men using certain truths that are happening in the world to their benefit.
Yeah.
And it's no man is ever going to want you. And it's like, if there are more women than men, at some point women probably will have to share. Women may not want to acknowledge that, right? Women will have to share. I'm telling you, I don't want to share a man.
Yeah.
So what I have to do as a woman is not try to find my way to this dude. It's to find other options for myself where I'm not relying on a man to validate who I am as a person. Thankfully, for me, I have a good career, right? Thankfully for me, I have other things in my life that benefit me. Who I speak for is the women who don't have a lot of other options, right? They're women that maybe not career women, or they've only been raised to, where's my husband? Who's the man I'm going to take care of? Where's the man I'm going to love? Those are the women that my heart cries for, because a lot of those women get overlooked. For as much as we have men saying that women are gold diggers and women want this, they want that, I'm like, I see a lot of regular women everywhere settling for a lot of regular shit. Not only that, I have friends of mine who are these high value women with the degrees and that no man want. Yeah, but stop acting like you don't want her because she's some independent bitch that don't know how to treat a man, because I'm telling you, those women know how to treat a man.
Right.
I've watched them take care of bum niggas.
It could be intimidating, I think, is what it is.
Right. But that's what a man needs. The man needs to go, wow, it is hard to be with a woman that got this and got that, especially if I don't have this and that. But we're in a society that would rather tear the man down, to tear the woman down. Because you don't hear that on the other end when men are high profile, and then there's women that are not to the profile of their man. They're not going, well, look at him out here. They go, oh, how do I love him? Here's what women do. Jay-Z had like some type of a ribbon cutting. This was years and years ago. I think this was before him and Beyonce got married.
Okay.
And Beyonce came to that event dressed down. I mean, not, it's Beyonce, so even her dress down looks fabulous. Right. But, she came like, she had the hair pulled back. She had like a little suit on. She was like, I'm his woman. I'm like, Beyonce doing this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no matter, and I'm sure Jay-Z, and he seems like a very secure man, right? But there's a part in a woman that goes, I just want to be next to my man and see my man win. So this idea that women don't want to see men win because they're at a certain level is bullshit.
Right.
Right? I can't tell you how many dudes who's going to be on my level in comedy right now that ain't married. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a lot of cats that are not on my level in comedy. So if I fall with some dude, okay, I like you. I liked you for who you were. Listen, let's come build with what I got. Some of these dudes, they don't want to do that. The first thing they get insecure about is my stand-up, or I'm funnier than them. I'm this, I'm that, I'm blah, 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 blah. And even I got to go, oh, how How do I tone me down?
Yeah, I mean, you said that your grandfather instilled a certain level of independence. Just kind of me in terms of the dating space, I understand the intimidation because it's going to require more out of me as a man to be able to like feel like a man in our space because I do think that's where some brothers are maybe struggling, where it's easy to see the damsel in distress and I could just show up in my presence and she's like, oh my God, baby, you're here. But a woman that can like change her own tires, like how the fuck do I be the hero in
But
this?
it's easy to be the hero in that. Because, nigga, if I know how to change my own tires, you can change them. Thank God. I'm tired of changing my own tires.
Yeah.
I'm only
But
learning to.
Interesting enough, a lot of guys don't have that don't know how to do that.
Well, listen, if it take me showing you how to change tires so that I don't have to change tires anymore and that make you feel like a man, I'll show you how to change your tires. I think what people don't understand is like, what men are not getting is beating down a woman only gives you like a hamburger, right? Building up a woman to give you a meatloaf. And yes, I'm using a food analogy, you bitch. Okay. But you can beat down a woman, get you a hamburger. You can build her up and add ingredient, and then get you a nice meatloaf that you can have some sides with.
Right.
And I think men are sort of on this, if I beat her down, you ain't shit. Nobody wants you. You ain't this, you ain't that. They go, then we can conquer these women that we would never have access to because they're doing better than us, beat them down to our level, and then now we get to pick from them. And then you wonder why the women you're picking from got an attitude, or they strong, or they mean, or they this, and they that. Because, like, they've been in battle with you niggas since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Or you can do this thing, right? You can play chess. I had an ex who loved chess. 2 exes, actually. Loved chess. Both of them niggas played checkers with me. They didn't know how to play chess. In chess, your queen is on the board, right? She's guarding you as the king. At some point, you got to be the dude to say, listen, I got my bitch out in the front. But also, as I got her out in the front, I got all these other niggas surrounding her. So it take a lot before you get to me. And it is the dude they going to try to get to. You got to go through all these different, but not only that, the queen has been fortified with so much power from the king that she can move any way she wants to. She can send dudes on her own. She can navigate in ways before, oh, you messed up over here. Let me just get over here because he couldn't do it. The rook couldn't do it. So I'm here. Oh, let me get over here. All of that while she's protecting her king. To do that, you have to be strong. I don't think men understand that women need to be strong women in order to be this functional woman that you want. And her softness will come whenever she interacts with you. You determine her softness. But you got to let her be strong too. You got to let her be somebody that can build. And so you don't complain about all these things. But really, when we get down to the bottom of it, we have men complaining about women they cannot acquire to women that they can. So they're punching down. You're calling everybody a gold digger, a BBL, you weave, you this, you that. You're talking about a small population of women that you're seeing on Instagram. You're running into their DMs. And because they got BBLs and they look hot, they can get a man in Dubai to take them out for billions of dollars. And you're going to bring them out for what, 45 cents?
Yeah.
So then the women that you have access to, you yell at them about the stuff that the women that you can't get access to are doing. So now you got all these women who are social workers, librarians, teachers, whatever regular women about their grind, beautiful women trying to do their thing. And they're going, what are we doing? Why are we being so attacked? So now that puts a whole other demographic of women who are like, well, when in Rome, do as Roman. Yeah. So now you got all these pick me, choose me, thirsty bitches out here running around to what we got to do for our men. And it's like, it's a vicious cycle. And at some point, I'm going to be clashing with the choose me's, the pick me's, and I'm going to be clashing with the dudes because my narrative is not about overpowering men and taking men down. My narrative is we need to be strong as a community. Everybody needs to be thinking on all cylinders, know how to communicate, know how to have discernment, common sense, so that we can move forward. And that does not require you to put me down or make me subservient so that you can feel like a man.